Hi, Karen.
Hi, Kelly. It's good to see you today.
It's good to see you too. And, we talked about doing this recording because as divorce coaches, we run into people who don't really know what a divorce coach does. And so I think we, talked about how it could be really helpful just to share a few things that divorce coaches help people going through divorce of what we do that helps make divorce a little bit easier. And so when you think about your clients, what do you think is one of the biggest challenges that you see your clients going through?
Yeah. So, Kelly, one of the things that I see over and over again is that my clients are coming to me because they're emotionally overwhelmed.
Yeah,
So, when they're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, they're having a hard time making good decisions.
absolutely.
And so when I think what happens is I believe that one of the biggest emotions is fear.
Absolutely.
There is so much fear, fear of the unknown, fear of this process, fear of the future. What's going to happen? Am I going to be okay?
Mhm.
And so when they're in that place of emotional overwhelm, and we know that where that comes from is from the side of the brain that houses the amygdala, that is that in survival mode. They're in survival mode. They're in that fight, flight, or freeze place. Yet what they're being asked to do is to figure out the rest of their life,
Right.
and it's just so scary, and it's really hard for them to process. Okay, well, I'm terrified and I need to make all these decisions. I need to figure all of this out. So what we do, and you and I do as coaches, is we help to break that down, because basically they're kind of offline, with things. They cannot get to the place where they can really process what are their options, what might they be missing. And so what we do is to help them just take one step at a time and really process what the emotions are, process the grief and loss, process that fear, so that they can begin to move forward and figure out the next steps. So, Kelly, what are you thinking is the biggest challenge?
I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what you said. I think that you've got all these emotions, and then you've got the overwhelm, right? And I think they kind of tie together. And so I find that as a divorce coach, one of the benefits that we can offer our clients is to help them break things down. And you had mentioned that too with the emotions. What are the biggest issues? Let's break it down. Let's figure out, identify the issues, then figure out where are their knowledge gaps. What
Right.
information do they need in order to make good decisions? Because I'll say when I look back at my divorce or just life in general, I've never made a good decision when I'm in an emotional state ever. And so again, helping clients shift from the right brain to the left brain, some of that is just helping them do activities, write it down. That creates a shift, right? Um,
Right.
so I think our job really as divorce coaches in this area is, in your point, helping them understand the difference between, emotional decisions and more logical decisions, how to shift from the right brain to the left brain. And then I think help them break things down into manageable steps and understand where they need more information so they can be making um, those logical decisions, but those logical decisions that will serve them not just today or tomorrow, but for the long term. I will often say to people that divorce is hard enough. What's even harder is if you make decisions that haunt you for the rest of your life, because if you only knew, you would have done it differently. And so I think the big thing for us as coaches is to help people not be in that woulda, coulda, shoulda moment. If only I'd known. That we try to help them get all of the information that they need so that they can make informed, smart decisions for their lives.
Exactly. I think we serve as their thinking partner. They can
Exactly.
get advice and they can have support systems outside of us, but we are the ones who can provide the information and the knowledge and walk down that path with them because we've been there and help them to make sure they're not going to have those regrets as they move forward.
Right, right. So if anybody is interested in learning more about divorce coaching, please reach out to me or to Karen. We'd be happy to answer any of your questions.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.